Okay, when you arrive, the switches will be, this is the main distribution board, which is next to the front door, and the switches will be in the positions you see, because we switch most of the place off, obviously, while we're away, and only the areas that need to stay on will be left on. So 2 areas are going to be left on, three areas are going to be left on. Obviously the main switch will be left on, and the RCD will be operational, but we're going to switch the aircon off, we switch the oven off, we switch the laundry and the hot water cylinder off, we switch the house lights off, the sockets in the living areas off, the dishwasher off, and the ones we leave on are the exterior lights because they still operate on the dust dawn centres for security. We leave the kitchen lights, kitchen power sockets on because that allows us to run our alarm system, and we leave the barbecue swimming pool circuit on because that runs the watering system that keeps the house, keeps the gardens watered. So when you arrive, you will need to switch on all the circuits, and literally that means everything. So aircon on, oven on, laundry on, house lights, living area sockets, dishwasher, everything. There'll be a few beeps and things as things come to life, but you switch everything back on. And then you're operational right the way through. If there are any faults on the system, this one down here is for the outside electrics, which is the barbecue area, the swimming pool, the water pump, and that's about it. This one here is for the exterior lights, which are all the lights down the drive and on the outside of the building. So those are ones to consider, and this is the RCD, which is for the main house. So if there's anything that trips it out, you've got a faulty piece of kit, it knocks that trip out, then you'll need to reset that. So when you leave the property at the end of your stay, repeat the process in reverse. Aircon, oven, laundry, house lights, living room sockets, dishwasher, leave the swimming pool on, leave the exterior lights on and close the door, and that's it. Yes, and you need to leave the kitchen one on because that's running our private burglar alarm, which is contacts me if there's any attempted break-ins. Okay. Anybody rings the front door, that's the phone for the front door, which will ring, and assuming that the pedestrian gate is unlocked, then pushing that button will release the pedestrian gate so people can come in. This will be wrapped in a plastic bag when you get here, just to keep the moisture and dust off it. It's the top of the regulator for the butane bottle that runs the hot water system, and I'm going to go and get the bottle now and show you how you connect that on. Okay, this is the laundry room, and when you arrive, both the bottles will be in here. There'll always be one full one and one that's currently in use. So go for the lightest one first, and use that, and then when that runs out, go across to the full one, and we'll refill the empty one. This is the emptiest one. So if I bring that round and just stand it in the corner, remove the little plastic top, which is just resting on there. And then you want to try and get close to this. This system is a bit like the English system, but basically you push that down on, with your fingers you lift this up, that pushes down hard, and only when that releases fully, like so it won't go any further down, is it actually attached. Once you've got that attached, you flip that across and that turns on the gas, and then you should be able to fire the boiler by turning on one of the hot taps in the house. Basically, the reverse situation of that is you turn the gas off, you push down on this, lift up on that and lift the container off, put that back in its polythene bag, and then put the bottle back in here. This is the two systems for heating the water. We tend to use the boiler, the gas boiler, which if you pan up there, that's the gas boiler at the top. And that obviously runs off that gas cylinder we've just highlighted through the gas pipe. That's an instantaneous boiler. When you switch the taps on, that bursts into life and you get hot water. Because of the plumbing system in Spain, it does take a long time for the hot water to get through to the other end of the house. So the taps will be running for a couple of minutes before you get any hot water at the other end. But once you do, it's continuous hot water as much as you need for as long as you need. If for any reason that fails, unlikely but it's possible, then you can go to the second system of heating, which is the immersion tank. And you use that one simply by taking the emergency heater plug that's here, plugging it into the mains, like so. You can get the little red indicator light on. Now this is the bit you need to remember. There are two valves here. This valve is for the gas boiler and this valve is for the electric boiler. So if you're using the electric boiler, you need to open this valve, okay, and close this one because you're not using the gas boiler. So now that's the electric boiler running, the valve is open and the gas boiler is off. To go back to the gas boiler, you disconnect the power from the electric one, you turn the electric one pump off and you turn the gas pump on. When you arrive, it will be in that position because we'll naturally assume you're using the gas system rather than the electric boiler. The problem with the electric boiler is it's only 130 litres, so 2 showers and a bath and you've got no hot water. So that's why we're using the gas one. This valve here will need to be turned into the on position when you arrive. It will be turned off when this is the hot water feed to the rest of the house, and we just do it as a security measure to make sure. So you need to turn that 90 degrees to put the hot water onto the house.
Okay.
And obviously when you leave the premises, just turn that one off and that shuts the hot water of the house off. Hello, here we are. Barbecue area. First thing to show you, there is a fridge in here. You will need to switch that on. It's got power, but you'll need to switch it on. The way to switch it on, there's a control in there. Just turn that up to about 5 or 6 and that'll be fine. Cupboard next to it is the cupboard in which all the swimming pool chemicals are kept. And there is a key to that cupboard here on the little rack, along with the most useful implement in the barbecue area, the corkscrew. And that will unlock this cupboard. You shouldn't need to play with any of these because we will be having the pool seen to. But nonetheless, the pool chemicals are all in there, and also is the charcoal and the lighter, the fire lighters. Right, into this area will be packed with all the furniture when you arrive. So you just need to move the furniture out, table in the middle, and all the chairs are in this toilet here. So you can just pull those out, and the covers for the chairs are in the cupboard down there on the bottom. Okay. The only thing you'll need to do in here is to switch the water on. When you arrive, the water will be off, and it's this lever here. So to switch the water on, you turn that 90 degrees, and that puts the water onto the toilet and to the sink out there in the barbecue kitchen.